Hi everyone, it's Maggie Georgopoulos, the author of the upcoming book Up the Ladder in the Skirt, and welcome to my day 21 video, which is actually day 22 part 1, but and I want to talk to you all about rung number 2 because I only really got live yesterday for about a minute and a half. Really busy day, and I apologize for not actually making that. But here's my opportunity to actually catch up with you on this at the moment. So rung number 2 is all about understanding your preferences. And the reason why this is really important is because our preferences affect every aspect of our life. They affect how we communicate with people, how we prefer to learn things, how we prefer to deal with situations, how we prefer to work, whether or not we prefer to be on our own when we're dealing with major decisions, or whether or not we need to be in a room full of people. They affect where we prefer to get our energy from. And if we're working outside of our preferences, then we will often end up not feeling quite right, feeling a little bit ill. But it's not just that. When we're working outside our preferences, often what happens is we have a miscommunication because we're not in the right place when we're doing things. But another aspect of knowing your preferences and understanding them is when you're working with other people. Because if you know how you prefer to operate, and you also know and understand how the other people prefer to operate, then you know the best way to actually communicate with them. So not everybody communicates in the same way or understands things in the same way. And one of the things that I've found over my years, particularly in leadership roles and in managing other people, is that if I just go out there and try to communicate with everyone in the way that best suits me, there are a large percentage of people out there that just won't get it. I have a very big picture way of describing things or dealing with things, and people that need details or have a preference to details really struggle with that. And the way I communicate things means that they don't necessarily get all the information they need. So by understanding the way I prefer to receive information, and therefore the way I tend to give information, means that I can adjust the way that I do things in order to help other people understand it better. Also, it also means that if I'm speaking to somebody who is likely to give me a lot of detail on something, and that's not something that I really want, what I can actually do then is turn around and ask them to actually, can you just change the way you do that? Can you just give me the bigger picture? Do you know what? I love the fact that you're giving all the detail, but at the moment, can you just give me this information? And I can place it in such a way that actually makes them feel comfortable. So it is really, really important that you know your preferences in many, many aspects of your career and your life, so that you can improve or get the best out of your communication, get the best out of the roles that you do, and most of all, so you can play to your strength. So at the end of the day, what are your preferences? My name's Maggie Georgopoulos, and I'm the author of the upcoming book Up the Ladder in the Skirt, and I've really, really enjoyed speaking to you today, and I look forward to speaking to you all about the third rung of your essential rungs of your career ladder later today. Thank you.